In this video, I'm walking through the exact steps I would take to optimize a page better for a key phrase like chemical processing equipment, and what should be done to optimize for organic rankings and to work to capture AI overview rankings as well. Let me show you how I do it. So first, just taking a look at the search results here for the phrase chemical processing equipment, you can see there is an AI overview, top 3 sites ranking here, information about what is in the AI overview, and then we get to the organics. So what I've done is chosen a website that is not on page 1 here, and it is fico.com. And they have a page that is actually optimized okay for the term chemical processing equipment. But there are a few gaps here and a couple things to do to improve this. So first, if we look at the elements on the page here, this is an H1, which is fine. And then H2 is right here. So that is correct in terms of header hierarchy structuring. So we have an H1, then an H2. We're not skipping to an H3 here, which is the right way to do this. However, if you look here, the term chemical processing equipment is the exact same here. I would recommend mixing this up a little bit and using a variation of the key phrase here or here, but generally you'd want to have the primary keyword as the H1. So that's one minor suggestion. Now, the other things to look at then is what else are they doing from a content perspective and what else can be done to improve their rankings based on who is currently ranking the websites and what those sites are doing to capture these AI overview rankings as well. So what I've done is a prompt here to ask Claude what is going on here. So I said, this is the AI overview for the term chemical processing equipment. And then I shared all this information here, just copy and pasted it basically. And then I said, here are the 3 top results that are shown, which are these on the right side here. And I said, what should I do on my page to have a better chance of capturing the AI overview? And it provided all of this output here. So now we have all this information about what should be done to help capture the AI overview based on the sites currently ranking and the information that is pulled into that overview as well. So what I did then is took this one step further, and I'm in NEURONwriter. And I added the keyword here, chemical processing equipment. What I want to do is check and see how FICO is currently optimized for this term based on the current website's ranking for this term. And if you're unfamiliar with what NEURONwriter is, it's an AI optimization, SEO optimization tool that gives us information about the keywords and phrases we should use within the content, all of this information here on the right side, the expected word length based on the average of the top ranking websites for this term, the headings to use, H1s, H2s, H3s, and it gives us ideas as to how we should structure content to have the best chance possible to be optimized for the keywords and phrases to rank better for the terms we want to rank for. So for this case, what I'm going to do is look at FICO and get their elements here to determine what is being done on their website and what we could do better potentially to help them optimize. So if we go here, let's look for the title. The title is just chemical processing equipment, which is fine in terms of optimization. So I'll add that in here. And then if we go back here to get the description, I'll add this in as well so we can then see how their score improves based on what they have here. So title and description are now in. Now we need 550 words of content. And according to the prompt, this is what is recommended to help capture the AI overview as well. So what I want to do is copy this entire prompt back into Claude and also copy some of the additional information. Want to rank for chemical processing equipment. Here are the keywords, phrases to use within my content and how many times they should be. Okay, so I'll just paste this prompt in here so we have that saved, and then go back to NEURONwriter here. And I'm going to start with the keywords here. So I'll copy the terms and suggested uses and scroll up in my prompt here. Here are the keywords and phrases to be used. Paste those in there. And then I will also add the extended version of these. Basically, that's just getting us additional keywords and phrases that are also included, but they're not considered to be primary. I want to also prompt this, break the content into sections for readability. Use the following H2, H3 headings. They don't need to be used exactly. Variations can be used. Then I'll go back to NEURONwriter here. Headings, H2, copy those. Back to Claude, paste those in. I also want to capture the AI overview. in as many places as possible. Use following guidelines to help create the content. And then lastly, and there's mixed thoughts about content length as well. But in this case, I'm going to recommend that we use what NeuRonwriter is suggesting in terms of content length, which is 550 words here. And we'll prompt this, see how it turns out and what kind of content we get. Part of the process of SEO is continuously testing different elements as well. If you make a change to your H1 or H2 or something else, and you don't get the expected results, then make another change. Continuously test and optimize to work to improve and rank where you want to rank. So let's go back to the prompt here. I want to rank for chemical processing equipment. I need an article that is about 550 words long. So I will copy this again, write the 550 word article using all guidelines. So we'll see how this output goes and what kind of content we have. And once it's output, then I'll put it into NeuRonwriter here to see. While that's actually going, let's go to here and I will copy basically all of what they have here just to see how NeuRonwriter potentially, hopefully can improve content for this page for them. And I'll just paste this in here. Don't worry about how it's set up and structured. So their word length is slightly over the average, which is fine. They do have some H2s, H3s. They have a lot of internal links, which are great. And nice pictures here. The H1 is set up correctly. H2, like I said, could potentially use a variation here, but it shows a 54 out of 83 on the optimization based on the fact that they're missing a number of extended keyword opportunities here, which play a major role in AI rankings and AI overview rankings as well. So let's look at Claude here and see chemical processing equipment, essential machinery for modern manufacturing, core process equipment, reactors. This is based on this, it's probably going to be longer than 550, but let's just check. So let's copy all this into here, Neuron, and we can see here 54 and 648 words. So I'll just delete all of this, and as this refreshes here, paste all of this new content in here. Let's see. So now we're at 84, 545 words. So we're right in that expected range here. And there is very little in terms of keywords that are missing right now, which is great. And that's one of the reasons why the score is so high comparatively. But again, the point of this is not to work to get the best score possible for the sake of having the best score possible. Generally speaking, this tool is going to reverse engineer the sites that are ranking the best, which then gives us the best chance of ranking for the keywords we want to rank for. Having the best optimized score here or the highest score does not necessarily mean you're going to rank. There are other factors at play here, but I like to work to improve as many factors as possible. So from this case here, it looks like this piece of content is really well done and has a lot of optimization factors in place to help us rank for what we want to rank for. Next steps here would be to make sure that we are also continuing to include any of these internal links. So if this page is actually being optimized for this site and not just a demonstration here, I would make sure that all of these are included as well. Because as I've talked about numerous times, 3 of the most important factors for optimizing existing content especially would be making sure you have optimized H1, H2, H3s on your individual page, using content that is optimized and set up correctly, and internal links. And that is why these internal links here would be something that I would highly recommend to continue to include, because these all go to other valuable pages on their site. And this is something that should be maintained, even though this piece of content here doesn't have any of that added. And I would also recommend modifying this content, reviewing it, making sure it makes sense and talks about your specific products and offerings, and removing any very clear AI footprints, because in general, you're going to have that if you're using AI to create content. Now, as a side note, if you did not want to use this method for creating content, you can still use AI to build an outline for you and have all of the same understanding of what keywords and phrases should be used, what headings should be used within your content as well, and then build an outline using AI, and then manually write your content as well. So lots of opportunity here to use this to figure out how to best optimize your content to give you the best chances of ranking for the main keywords and phrases you want to rank for. That's it. Hope you got some value from this video. If you did, subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next one.